Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about number lines. So number lines, normally you would think about as a line going across the page, where over here it's negative and over here it's positive. However, we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to look at it in an up and down manner instead. So up is going to be positive and down is going to be negative. So depending on the direction that I go up or down, will depend on whether we're going in the negative or positive direction. So the first thing you might come across is opposite numbers. So let's use this staircase as an example. If I was to take 2 steps up, what would the opposite of taking 2 steps up be? Well, it would be 2 steps down. So we've gone up 2. So we've gone up 2. So the opposite of going up 2 would be down 2. So now we've gone down 2. So positive 2 and negative 2 are opposite numbers because they've gone 2 up from where we started or 2 down from where we started. As some more examples, the opposite of 16, positive 16, would be negative 16. The opposite of negative 3 would be positive 3. The opposite numbers are just the same number, but with the opposite sign. Another thing you might come across when dealing with number lines is which number is greater. Now you're already aware that when we go up, 100 is bigger than 2 because 100 is just a bigger number. However, once we go into the negatives, things become the opposite of what they seem. So if I go down 1 step, I'll be here. So this would be negative 1. However, if I was to go down another 2 steps, I would be at negative 3. So up here, I was at negative 1. And now down here, I'm at negative 3. So which number would be bigger? Well, negative 1 is up higher. So negative 1 would be greater than negative 3. And negative 3 would be less than negative 1. Now, instead of using the words less than or greater than in maths, we use a symbol. So if I was to say something is greater than, I draw an arrow this way. And if I was to say something was less than, I draw an arrow this way. So if you have a look at a number line, normally it would just go across, where the negative is over here and the positive is over here. So the greater than symbol points to the positive side, and the less than sign points to the negative sign. So if I was to write negative 1 is greater than negative 3, so I'd write negative 1 and negative 3. If I was to write negative 1 is greater than negative 3, the arrow would go in that direction because it points to the positive side of the number line. If I was to write the opposite, and I was to write negative 3 is less than negative 1, I would put my arrow this way, because, again, on the number line, the smaller numbers are on this side, and the bigger numbers are on this side. So we've covered 2 things in this video. Opposites, opposite numbers. So if I was to go this way, negative 2, then the opposite of that would be going this way too as well. but this time it's going to be a positive 2. And we've also looked at numbers that are greater than and less than. So if you ever find yourself stuck on which number is bigger, instead of drawing the number line across, draw it up and down. And you can see that negative 100 is much lower than negative 1. And negative 100 is much lower than positive 100. So good luck with those questions. I'll see you in the next video.